slow and you'll find gold mines in these lines. Sincerely, yours truly.
Yo, let's read between these bars. What goes around comes around, aka Poetic Justice. I want to go ahead and dispel a theory off the jump. Kendrick didn't write Drake's verse. Sorry if that bursted your bubble and shit. He didn't write it. It makes it even better though, cause the dumbass damn dissed himself.
You figure out you're gonna need someone when you figure out it's all right here in the city and you don't run from where we come from.
Where we come from? Excuse me, good sir. By whom do you mean we?
Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance.
All right, semantically, what goes around comes around. Poetic justice isn't exactly the same thing, but to put it a little more eloquently, here this is. In essence, what goes around comes around is a more general statement about cause and effect in interpersonal interactions, while poetic justice is a more specific literary concept focused on the satisfyingly appropriate and often ironic nature of those consequences. You could say that poetic justice is a specific type of what goes around comes around, where the consequences has a particular resonance with the initial action. Ultimately, within the song, women is this fool's downfall, which is why it's funny.
Save relations, I can tell, but I can never right my wrongs unless I write them down for real. P.S.
It say communication, save relations, I can tell, but I can never write my wrongs unless I write them down for real. That's why there was a question in the theory of, oh, Kendrick wrote this shit. No, homie. But that's what makes that line ring a little bit different. It's irony. It's poetic justice. Like right there, boom, within that. Women is this fool's downfall. Right there, boom. Kendrick didn't even have to say he said it himself. And then stack on that shit, snowball everything after that. Let's get right to the shit that I think we can theorize.
I really hope you play this, cause oh girl, you test my patience.
I feel like y'all don't need love. You need somebody who could micromanage you, you know what I'm saying? Tell you right from wrong.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, that is what you see right in front of you. This is the 2020, thank you, the Opera vision. See all your bullshit ahead of time and not notice any of it. There's so much of that shit all over this verse. It's all projection. It literally tied into that shit, slime you out. It's the same shit, bro. He's did the same shit.
He reached out. How did that happen? I sat down with Drake in Toronto a while back when I did my first show out there. He called me up, man. We had a few drinks, and he always said he was appreciative of my music. I've always been a fan of his music.
We're going back to the night that they met, right? Look at these elevator shots. Do you remember them elevator shots in Luther? Now, I know I didn't cover this video, but there's a lot of little finite details that point in certain directions. Like when SZA was going into the dude's room, she was specifically going into room 6. That's another point. These elevator shots, though, are too similar, homie. Look at this shit. Different directors, different locations. Similar cinematography, though, when it comes to these elevator shots. Poetic justice. Buried alive. The cinematography style. Not to mention the model herself that's in this video. I know Nigeria is not East Africa.
Young East African girl, you too busy fucking with your other man. I was trying to put you on game, put you on a plane, take you in your mama.
Close enough, but not too far. You know what I mean? Like clues. Just little finite details here. Poetic justice. That being his own downfall. This video, Luther was always a funny ass video to me. It's like, why? I understand the concept of love, but there's an overall arcing. There's something deeper about this hotel, meeting in room number 6, the elevator, this woman, Kendrick meeting this woman, but it's like not really, there's something here, homie. And I feel like there's this greater arc, this whole little conspiracy shit I'm cooking right here. This is all one giant ass circle. It's all coming around.
Poetic justice. You were so new to this life, but goddamn, you got adjusted. I mean, I write
poetic. Again, the statement, it writes itself. You were so new to this life, but goddamn, you got adjusted. Did you not, sir? What the fuck? Talk about a mirror.
God, what you doing that walk for? When I see that thing move, I just wish we would fight less and we would talk.
Does this motherfucker not understand what he is saying? The objectification, literally right into communication is what we need to fucking work on. Type. What are you doing, bro? You're not paying attention to what you're saying and how you're saying it. Good God, what you doing that walk for? Look at that fat ass. Hey, we need to talk more. What the fuck? This go two ways. It's either genius that he wrote it in the sense that this is poetic justice because women are your downfall, or he just misstepped like a motherfucker.
Communication, save relations, I can tell, but I can never right my wrongs unless I write them down for real.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
He didn't have to write the diss for him. He dissed himself. He doesn't even know it. It's poetic justice, irony. And the way Kendrick's verse opens.
Every time I write these words, they become a taboo. Making sure my punctuation curve, heavy letter his true.
Every time I write these words, they become a taboo. Making sure my punctuation curve Every letter here is true. Can you hear the contrast between this and that big ass and that sundress? Ooh, there's a message being curved here people ain't paying attention to. I'm talking poetic justice. We're talking about irony. What goes around comes around, irony. That follow-up though. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you?
You need to hear this. Love is not just a verb, it's you looking in the mirror.
And Amigo, he also says that shit in this video, right after this cut right here. Another really interesting thing about this video is she ends up dying being with Kendrick. The missed call that she gets is from Drake, and that's his verse. There's a sneak diss here, y'all.
Or maybe call me crazy, we can both be insane. A fatal attraction is common, and what we have common is pain.
I got this shit spinning in my head, right? The whole room number 6 shit. The girl coming down to meet Kendrick. This shit. This video. The missed call from Drake and her dying with Kendrick. This is a loop. I'm like, damn, what if Kendrick took one of Drake's, you know what I mean? And just snatched him from her. And he's bitter as fuck, and that added to more of the bitterness. And that's like another layer that nobody knows about type of shit. What if could that be a possibility? Could Kendrick be out here snatching, you know what I mean?
It's pain, I mean, you need to hear this. Love is not just a verb, and I can see power steering.
My whole thing, I hate, when give people to expect it, and I'm sure that's a soft song, people wanted me to be, lovey-dovey. But, I had other...
Show your romantic side,
right,
but instead...
Right. I had other ideas. I just wanted to, do something a little bit different. Something that's still within the concept and reach, but just a little bit more of a thriller.
He said more of a thriller. It ends with them dying on top of each other and her having a missed call from his feature. What the fuck? Poetic justice. Why is he calling her and he's with another chick in the bed while she dies with you? What the fuck? Where is that? Why is that story happening? Why are y'all in a love triangle? Why is there a love triangle? That's what I'm trying to get to. The fucking love triangle.
I want that interference. It's coherent. I can hear it. That's your heartbeat. It either caught me or...
I'm not suggesting anything beyond what I'm thinking. And I'm just saying. There's alluding to some shit. It might just be, you know what I mean, getting caught up with some shit that you're not supposed to get caught up in. And, but what is the overall... Why the aim of the video as it was shot the way it was shot, including this specific feature, poetic justice. Goes around, comes around, women being the downfall. I'm just trying to tie in all of these loops, you know what I mean? What do you think? Let me know what you're thinking.
Read slow and you'll find gold mines in these lines. Sincerely, yours truly, and right before you go blind.
Hey, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. Poetic justice. A love song that's not really a love song, that's not really that soft of a love song. It's more of a fucking thriller. Who'da thunk it? Drake probably thought, it's just some typical love song shit. Let me just get my shit off. Meanwhile, this fool, Kendrick, is fucking calculating this fool's demise and shit. Leaving little breadcrumbs and shit, all plotting. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, bro. This was the seed that planted. That whole Luther tie-in. I feel like everything's looping back to the why this is going down, why this is starting, why the fuck we should be paying attention to this shit. What had happened? I don't know, man. There's something with that damn fuckers want me to break down that Luther video. Not symbolically though, talking about yin-yangs and shit. No, look at the turn of this camera. It's calculated at 33 degrees, which means that in the 33rd degree, it's just like, nah, bro, I ain't going that crazy with it. I'm just trying to look at all right, room number 6, like that type of shit. Oh, look at the jacket type of shit. Oh, look at the outfits. Why is she wearing this one in this scene? Why is it color graded this way as opposed to black and white in this scene? What does that mean? Why is the elevator going down as opposed to going up and vice versa? The bouquet, why is the focus this way as opposed to that way? Cinematography, like those type of elements. There's different shit to say without leaving clues that are so obvious that they are clues, if that makes sense. You can tell stories through small little visual cues, not I Spy type of clue type shit. It's visual shit like that, like I was saying, color grading. Why is this color grading this in this scene as opposed to this? Why is it more focused on this aspect as opposed to that one? There's different elements within that framing tells a story, not just the shit that's in the frame. So it's like, I don't know, man. There's different ways to analyze that shit. And I could do that if y'all are down.
down with that shit. I could do it from that aspect as opposed to stop trying to, you know what I mean, go through the bar so much. We can go through it visually. Let me know if you're interested in that. I re-uploaded that tour footage. I hope people were watching that shit. I mean, my bad if I sounded too bitter during the commentary though. My bad. It really gave me a strike though. That shit had me hot. 6 a.m, waking up to a strike, and I was like, man, what the fuck, bro? I gotta get this shit out to the people. It all got worked out though. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share this shit. More up on the way. Damn, I really might do that Luther shit. It might be that time. Let me know. See you on the next one. Love.